Wow, wow, wow. Here we are on the final day, May 27th, 2022. Full circle from May 27th, 2016, when Amber Heard took her whack ass up to a courthouse to get a TRO against somebody who was not even anywhere near and or around her, in a different fucking country. Got a TRO, walked in, came out to a crowd of paparazzi, got in a car, proceeded to sit there and cry for the cameras, the paparazzi, and her friend Raquel dips down so that they can get the shot. We now know that all of this was contrived, planned, and alerted. We knew that prior, but we have confirmation, given things that have come out in this case, aka Morgan Tremaine. I want to say a huge, massive congratulations to Johnny's team. This has been a long 6 weeks. I can imagine they haven't really slept. Their eating probably wasn't the best. I could only imagine the stress and the work and the time and dedication that went into this case that was presented before us these past 6 weeks. It's bittersweet. It's bittersweet. I am so happy that this is over, that this is done with, that the truth is out there. Johnny has been vindicated. People see the evidence. People who have sound, regular working, thinking minds, sane minds know what happened. And I'm confident in that. I feel good. I have not been shaken at any point during this 6 weeks, because it's all been lies. Lies, 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 from Amber to the experts to the evidence. It's all been lies. So I just want to do a toast. I want to do a toast to the greatest legal team, y'all. The greatest legal team, Johnny's legal team. Thank you guys so much. Thank you guys for your hard work. Thank you for fighting with Johnny to get this put out publicly so we could have cameras and know what the hell was going on. For real. Because honestly, the media, they fucking suck. They have a narrative and they will spin it at any cost, even if that means straight up fucking lying. I have seen it. So, if anything, I have really learned that in this case. Like, I really wasn't ever a news watcher to begin with, but media is fucking horrible. Always, never, ever. Something comes out, something happens with some other big person, something happens with a friend. Before you are so quick to judge and shut somebody fucking down, just listen. Just listen, especially if you feel like you know that person. And millions of people felt they knew Johnny, and when this all came out, they were like, what the hell? What the fuck is going on? I know I was like, what is happening? What is happening? I was like, it was one of those glitch in the Matrix moments for me. I'm like, this is not fucking real. Like, this is not, like, are you fucking kidding me? And then especially not even knowing who this bitch is, Amber Heard. She just came out of fucking nowhere. Like, who are you? And then all of a sudden, you are Aquaman. And then all of a sudden, you're here and there. All because you married Johnny the Depp. Okay, so I'm getting off course. I wanted to do a toast If you guys have your glasses, you can toast with me. We're doing a toast to the greatest legal team. The greatest legal team. Oh my God. We are toasting to Camille Vasquez, associate. We are toasting to Benjamin Chu, associate. We are toasting to Dennison Wayne. Wayne Dennison. Yes, toast. We are toasting to Rebecca McDowell LaRosse. I know I said that wrong. Yes. We are toasting to Jessica Myers. Yes. We are toasting to Andrew Crawford. Yes, Andrew. We are toasting to Stephanie Coleman. Thank you, Stephanie. We are toasting to Samuel Monez. Yes. And we are toasting to Mina. Well, I think it's Yarlin Mina. Yes. And I just want to say a big, big toast. A big, big toast, because I don't get inspired often. And I don't have really many that role models. But you know what? This chick right here, I'm gonna watch out for her. I'm gonna follow her career. I really think that she did an excellent job, and to have a woman go up there and just go against another woman that she full out knows she's fucking lying. Full out knows. We all know, but she full out knows that Amber is lying. She's looking her in the eye, and she is questioning her and coming at her for every single fucking fabricated thing that she has said out her goddamn trout mouth. Okay? So it's just massive cheers to Camille. Massive cheers to the whole team. I'm toasting to you today on May 27th. Happy birthday, Lily. Another toast. Ain't that fucking crazy? Donnie got to be sitting up in court revealing his whole life with this ex-bitch over here who's sitting there smiling and smirking and shit when just yesterday your counsel was saying you weren't doing that. Over here, like, what the fuck are you writing on these post-its? Have y'all seen the meme with Ben covered in like post-it notes from like here to there? Like, what are you writing? We're at the end, honey. There's no fucking more. There's nothing left. It's all on the table. It's laid out. We know all your little dirty details. We know you shit on a fucking bed. We know you painted on bruises with your bruise kit, which you said multiple fucking times. We know you were the one who were jealous in fucking Hicksville. You dumb bitch. Oh my God. We know that you planted fucking evidence. We know that you were never, ever, ever SA'd. And we also know that you are mentally unwell and need to be put away in a home, and your child needs to be taken somewhere where she can be safe and grow up in a normal household, because you and Eve can't do it. You can't fucking do it. Could you imagine growing up with Amber and Eve as your mothers? Oh my God. Oh my God. The child needs to start therapy now. Like, it's not... Oh my God. Like, could you imagine the fucking chaos and unrest and dysfunction, just flat out dysfunction in that household? Oh my God. Oh my God. I'm just like really thinking about that, like being a child growing up with them. That's scary. That's scary. As Ben said, I was fucking weak when he said that. He said, we all now know the real Amber. That's scary. I was like, oh! No, he didn't. He was saying what we were all thinking, though. Like, oh, thank you, God. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. So, yeah, it's the final day. We're on the verdict watch now. The jury's probably been deliberating for what, like 2 to 3 hours at this point. Judge said, hey, I'm not getting y'all asses dinner. You need to get the fuck up out of here. Gots to go. I'm not getting you dinner. You could stay here, but you ain't getting nothing to eat. I advise y'all the piece fell out. So some people are saying, oh, we're gonna get it today. Some people are saying like Tuesday, Wednesday. I'm anxious as fuck. Like, just because people are so funny. We see it all the time. Like, look, we're literally in a case with this woman who was completely whacked the fuck out, making up shit all over the fucking place. They show her something and she's literally saying that she's literally looking at a picture of her smiling, laughing, face fresh as everything, just fresh. Like, I'm not gonna knock her. She's a cute girl. She has like beautiful skin, so like we can see it. You weren't fucking wearing makeup, and she's gonna tell me that there's a bruise on her face or that she's wearing makeup, and we could clearly see with our eyeballs there's no makeup. But people are funny. So because you never really know with people, you never really know what this jury is in there fucking saying in this room. They could be saying, you know, they can get in there and be like, look, we all know, finally, we can talk, okay, we all know what the fuck went down. We know this bitch is fucking lying. She's fucking lying. Everything up there, she's saying everybody else is lying but her. All her evidence is fake. We've heard the audios. Like, this is done, y'all. Like, right? Can we go on vacation? Like, can we go? Like, what? And there's probably going to be that one person. Well, Johnny did say he wanted to put her in the back of a Honda and that she would be, you know, burnt up and crispy. Yeah. And it's just like, it could be a situation like that, or it could be a situation like, okay, let's listen to this stuff again real quick. Let's look at everything again real quick. Let's take some time. Let's talk about this for a second and come to a conclusion. So, I don't know. People are funny, right? Like, I'm sure about the truth of Johnny. I'm so sure, like, there's no doubt in my mind about the truth of Johnny. But I just doubt society as a fucking whole because people are crazy. People are crazy. Oh my god. Oh my goodness. They're fucking wild. Okay, so now that we're like 12 minutes into a video, this is ridiculous. This is just I need to get it together. I kind of wanted to go over some of the, like, I guess, key points of the closings today, just because I was at work and I was like inwardly yelling when Camille was up there. I was like, get her, Camille, get her, Camille. But I couldn't. I was like at my desk trying to restrain myself. But yeah, so I wanted to kind of like look over some of them while I can. In Law and Crime, I don't know, people be saying stuff about Law and Crime. I've enjoyed them, quite honestly. I don't know if I'm allowed to say that. I've enjoyed them. I like their double paneled, you know, view. I get to see Johnny, I get to see Amber be a fucking lunatic, as Benju tried to call Johnny, talking about who is the lunatic in the house? And I'm like, is he for real saying that? Is he for real saying that when Amber Heard is right there? Clearly this is the biggest lunatic in the fucking room. After all we've heard sat here for 6 fucking weeks. This is a full out lunatic. Y'all need to come get her and take her to Shepherd's Prep right now. Right now. She shouldn't even been able to leave the courtroom. They should have took her back and got her in her little scrubs or whatever they wear, put her in the straitjacket, put her in the truck, and take her on off, because it's just, there's just something not right. There's something sinister in her energy. There's something just, it's not right. But yeah, Law and Crime, they've been cool. You know, they've been cool. So they have, there's always some noise. Like, should I close the window? But then I'm gonna be hot. When typically I'm cold, right? And let me just close the window. Hold on. Okay, so I kind of want y'all to see what I'm seeing, so I'm going to do it my Bougetto way, because I am not skilled enough to know how to, like, put myself up there and have the dang on thing and do all of that and this, that, and other. So, we're going to do it the ghetto way, so sorry, apologies, click off, not a production, apologies. Yeah, so this is going to be starting with Camille saying no one showed up to support Amber Heard except her sister Whitney Henriquez, however you say it. So let's see. Alright, get out the way, page 6. Let's see.
You may have noticed that
Elaine.
no one showed up for Miss Heard in this courtroom other than her sister.
Exactly.
Every other witness who traveled to Virginia for her was a paid expert.
Look at Johnny.
This is a woman who burns bridges.
Sure
Her
does.
close friends don't show up for her.
Scared. She ain't even friends with Raquel no more. Her bestie. What happened with that?
Mr. Depp's payroll.
You slap people in the face?
So he doubled down on the hoax theory.
You think that's
that
okay?
Everyone's just lying.
Yep.
First of all, it's not even true Keenan Wyatt is on his payroll.
Right.
Ben King isn't on his payroll.
Right.
Melissa
Just make it.
Stein
Look. Did y'all just see that?
Isn't on his payroll.
Did y'all just see that? Did y'all just see Amber? Just smirk and look back. Who the fuck is she looking back at? Like, who is she trying to look back at to get confirmation that this is not bullshit and that she's not literally being ran into the ground? And they literally just said yesterday. They just fucking sat up there and said yesterday that she wasn't smirking and smiling, wasn't doing all that, and Johnny was the one up there laughing and joking and shit. And then the next day, the very next day, this is what she's doing. Now, on the other hand, look at Johnny. He's sitting there. He's taking it all in. He's reserved. He's quiet. He's at attention. So, really, who's taking this serious? Who? And Elaine just looks... Let me stop.
Morgan Tremaine isn't on his payroll.
Right.
Officer Tyler Haddon, he's not on his payroll.
And Morgan Tremaine stands to get fucking sued, like, or something like that, legal action. He ain't got no dog in this fight. He just knew the fucking truth. And was not, like, people are sick of you, Amber, sitting up here and fucking lying. We're sick of it. It's unnecessary. And I find it interesting on this last day, I don't feel like I've seen Amber wear her hair down this entire time. So now on the last day, you want to feel like you can let your hair down. You feel relaxed now. You can let your roots breathe. Really? From up in them updo hairstyles that looked a hot ass mess. And the braid is still doing too much. It's just too much. It's always too much.
Payroll. Beverly Leonard, Alejandro Romero,
Right.
Brandon Patterson, Morgan Knight.
Right.
None of those people are.
And she's writing shit and passing and smiling. Look at this.
Kate Moss is most definitely not on Mr. Depp's payroll.
Right.
Ms. Heard wants you to believe that all these people are lying.
Right. Why would Kate Moss need to lie? Why would Kate Moss need to be paid by Johnny Depp to be here for 3 minutes to say something about a story? Like, come on, chick. She knew the truth. Was not about to let you sit up there and make a lie about it. Fucking bitch. Okay. Ooh, what happened? Okay. So this next one is, Heard appears to shake her head when attorney Camille Vasquez accused her of lying about the R word, which she did lie. Which is really disgusting. How you gonna lie about that? You're foul.
Away from her own allegations now.
Nope, she's not running.
All heard the evidence of what she alleged against Mr. Depp in 2016.
What is she writing?
You all heard her incredibly dramatic,
incredibly dramatic,
physical and sexual
fabricated.
Abuse. That story was a defamatory lie.
Exactly.
Ms. Heard tried to argue that you only need to find that Mr. Depp might have touched Ms. Heard once in order to find in her favor, because that
Look
makes
at
her a victim of
Elaine.
abuse. But common sense should tell you that you
Common
can't pick
sense.
and choose
Exactly.
Ms. Heard's
People who
allegations.
have common sense.
You saw her on the stand.
You saw her sitting up there fake
We all
crying.
did.
We all did. Exactly,
She gave
Camille.
the performance of her life, telling you story after story.
LOL. LOL. She gave the performance of her life. Yes, she did. But she still did very, very poorly. Very poorly. Like, this chick is crazy. She wants people to be sympathetic to her. Yeah, she's sitting up here making all the faces in the world. Smirking, grinning, looking arrogant as fuck. And people are online championing for this woman. Like, whole life, like, people took time out of their day. Like, I think Anjanette Levy said, like, there was 4 or 5 people out there for Amber. They took time out of their day to come and support this whack job. And look at Johnny. I love when he wears blue. But he really is taking this in. This is the last day. It's all laid out on the table. Could you imagine the emotions running through him in these moments? Did y'all hear at the end where the audience will, the crowd will, what are they over there? The people, the audience, I guess the audience. They clapped. They were clapping when the judge was talking about the court reporter and stuff. She was like, well, that's never happened before. This has been a strange, very strange case. To watch somebody get up on a stand and just lie through their teeth with no regard, just so confidently, with no worry or concern of the consequences. Like, it's so surreal that there's really people that are that mentally unwell and cuckooed out that are just walking around in this world and it's okay. They need to seek help. I mean, I don't even know what normal is. Because, I mean, at the end of the day, what is normal? But I certainly know it's not normal to go around fucking hitting and abusing people and just being just a downright fucking nasty person, and then trying to turn around and lie and say someone did that to you and make it seem like they're that person that you actually are. That's sick. That's truly, truly sick.
Of abuse. And not just any abuse, but extravagant,
right? She over the top. She just had. There's no like middle ground with this bitch. Like, any claim, it just had to be the worst of the worst of claims. Like, R-wording somebody with a broken bottle. Like, come on, cavity searching you. Like, really?
Abuse that
deranged. These are fantasies I feel like maybe she wants. Like, she's sitting here making up all this shit. Maybe that's what she wants to actually be happening to her. And these are the fantasies she's just playing out, and she's thinking it's like fucking reality or something. Because she's that crazy.
Horrific, if true.
Look at her.
You either believe
look at the
all
look!
Of it, or you believe
with the
none
rolling
of
of the eyes and the
either she's telling the truth, including in her most extreme allegations, or she's lying.
Right. Somebody has
either
to be lying.
Raped by a bottle,
at the end of the day.
The sort of
look at that face.
Who would get on the stand in this
look at her trying to act upset when she said that. Ew. Just feigning. Malingering. You're a malingerer, or you malinger.
Find that Mr. Depp hit her
look at her.
Either
look
he
at
hit
her.
Countless times,
acting like she's trying to choke back tears.
That comes out of her mouth.
Oh my god. Oh my god. The dramatics. I love how she starts the dramatics as Camille is talking about how this bitch is dramatic. So yes, thank you. Please give us an example of exactly what Camille is saying in this moment to just drive it home even more. Thank you. Thank you. So this one, Camille addressed the alleged inconsistencies in Amber's case during closing rebuttal, and we know that there is a lot. We know. that there is a
Ms. Heard
lot.
is also claiming to be suffering from PTSD.
And she is
claims that
not.
she has something to do with Mr. Waldman's statements.
Right.
Ms. Heard wants
Just because
you
he
to believe that
told
she
the truth
suffers
on
from
your
PTSD
ass, you want to
because
act like
Mr.
you're
Depp
all distraught.
reportedly abused her. But as usual, Ms. Heard is not telling the truth.
Right. She don't
As
tell
you
the
heard
truth.
from
She don't
Dr.
know what the
Shannon
truth
Curry,
is.
Ms. Heard does not have PTSD.
Look at her face.
And she does not act like a person with
No,
PTSD.
she does not.
Ms. Heard is an actress in a major film, involved in sommelier training. She just had a baby.
Right.
Dr. Curry also found that Ms. Heard attempted to grossly exaggerate her symptoms during
Grossly,
testing,
you gross
which is a
bitch.
sign of
Look at
malingering,
how she's looking,
or said
y'all,
differently,
with her chin up
of
like
Ms. Heard
that.
lying.
Like, that's like a defensive thing.
Ms. Heard hired Dr. Don Hughes to help her with this narrative.
Yep.
Dr. Hughes did not catch
And they
Ms. Heard's
sat there and
exaggeration
they
during
lied.
testing because Dr. Hughes
I
used a
watched
proper
you lie.
malingering screen test. She wasn't going to find it.
Nope.
One that is meant to identify and examine
And she
his
did it
attempt
after
to
she
fake
did
a
it with Dr.
severe
Curry.
mental illness
So she
or
knew it was going to be
psychosis,
on the damn
not
test.
PTSD. Dr. Hughes diagnosed Ms. Heard with PTSD without administering the gold standard diagnostic test used for PTSD.
Right.
She diagnosed her, think about that, she diagnosed her with PTSD before administering the test she admitted was the gold standard.
Dumbass.
2 years after diagnosing Ms. Heard with PTSD, and
What happened,
curiously,
Camille?
shortly after Dr. Curry administered the gold standard diagnostic test in her evaluation of Ms. Heard, but before it was disclosed,
What happened?
Dr. Hughes decided to administer the gold standard.
Elaine, who are they
Finally.
talking to and smiling to
Nevertheless,
back there?
even after Dr. Hughes used the proper test, there were a number of deficiencies in her administration of that test.
Deficiencies.
You saw them, including her failure to even follow the instructions.
Right.
that
They
rendered
don't
her
follow rules for
diagnosis
anything. They don't know what a rule is. They don't know what a rule is. They see a rule as a guideline. More like a guideline. It's just, these people are tragic. Attorney Camille Vasquez told the jury that Amber Heard wants them to believe her lies. She
Heard lied
does.
to you.
She wants them to be
here,
gaslit like
ladies
she
and
tried to
gentlemen.
gaslight Johnny. We're not having
Ms. Heard's
it.
counsel has mischaracterized the record multiple times.
Yep.
And Ms. Heard
AKA
lied to you.
lied.
They've mischaracterized the testimony of police officer Signs.
Right.
And
How are you going to say the police officer lying
explicitly
now?
Testified that they saw no signs of injury
Nothing.
and no property damage.
Nothing was
They
there.
mischaracterized the testimony of Walter Hamada, who testified clearly that
Right.
there was no impact on Ms. Heard's career at Aquaman 2
Exactly.
from anything said by Adam Waldman.
They
or
said
Johnny
it
Depp.
themselves that they still gonna say that
And
it's
Ms.
not
Heard's
true. Like,
casting was
y'all are
delayed because of
crazy.
creative issues. They've mischaracterized the testimony of Detective Sadaga. They mischaracterized the testimony of Ronald Shell.
Yep.
You've been here.
You've been here.
You've listened to the testimony.
You listen to it.
You know the record.
Y'all know what is true.
Ms. Heard lied.
Do
And she
not
lied
let this
again.
lady pull the
She
wool
kept
over your
lying.
eyes.
She lied 6 years ago on May 27th, 2016. when
Exactly.
She walked into court in Los Angeles to publicly accuse Mr. Depp of abuse for the first time.
Walked into
She
court.
lied again when she told
In the
world
front doors.
over
Walked
and
out the
over
front
again
doors.
that she donated all of the $7 million.
Right, and they played that.
To charity. You heard the evidence
Look at Johnny.
about what she donated, and you watched her. You watched her try to save
Yep,
her
we
lie
watched her.
about that
Just
broken
like Johnny
home
sat there
with
and he
more lies on
watched
the
her
stand
lie.
in this courtroom. She lied again when she told the world in her op-ed
Mm-hmm.
on December 18th, 2018,
Liar.
that she was a public figure representing domestic abuse, painting herself as a representative of abuse survivors.
Why would
everywhere,
somebody
and
do
painting
that?
Mr. Depp as a
Was
representative
acting really
of
not working
perpetrators.
out for you that badly that you
She's come
wanted to
too
decide
far.
to be a
She can't
domestic
back down.
violence
She's lied
advocate?
too many times to too many people. So when
Right.
Mr. Depp finally decided to fight to clear his name by filing
Her
this
makeup
lawsuit,
looked like a bruise right
Ms.
there.
Heard
They painted
responded
on.
by making up more and more stories of more and more extreme
Right.
abuse.
Every time something
She
was
came up with a new accusation that Mr.
actually
Depp had
proven,
raped her with a
you tell
bottle
another
in
lie.
Australia. And she keeps making new claims up even now.
Yep. She keeps making them up. All the way up to the end. Because when one lie falls through and is disproven, what you gotta do? Say another lie. And now we have Elaine. So I apologize for the stark contrast you're about to get from lawyering from Camille straight into Elaine, because Elaine is awful. I'll give it to Ben. I'll give it to Ben. I feel like Ben's a good lawyer. I feel like I was listening to him and I was like, okay, okay, now I'm ready for you to shut the fuck up. So I think he's a good lawyer. However, I don't feel like he had a lot to work with, but he did well with what he had. Elaine, on the other hand, she's just incompetent. Like, she needs to not step foot in a courtroom again, hang it up, retire, just do your thing, girl. But this ain't it. This is not it. So what does Elaine have to say as she rambles on and on and on and on and continues to lie? Just a mess. And Johnny is looking at Elaine like, lady, really? Really?
At least take 1.5. What does she take? 7 million. What does she do with the 7 million?
What'd she do with
gives
it?
To charity.
She didn't give it to charity, Elaine. That's a lie.
Do about the pledge versus donation.
Why is this so low?
Designees for ACLU and for children.
Because Elaine don't know how to turn her mic on.
Pledge are interchangeable. These are pledges. The ACLU corporate designee said you typically do pledges
Oh my
because of the
God.
tax benefits.
Whatever.
She said. She pledged it over a period of time.
No,
because
she
of the
sat up
tax
on that show and said she donated it in a
benefits
past
she gave over
tense.
time. Now,
Look
she
at
started
Amber.
to make these
Amber is
donations.
always
We'll
worried
see.
when
But the
Elaine
first
starts
one was
talking.
on behalf of Mr. Depp's business manager, Mr. White, actually sent the letters.
Look at Johnny looking at her.
Each of those. That was the initial.
He's like, please
He was trying
shut
to
the
take
hell
credit
up.
for those, and in fact,
He's thinking,
both the ACLU
right,
and
he's like, what is
Children's
she
Hospital got
talking
confused
about?
and gave the credit to Mr. Depp, not to Amber for those. Then she made payments to both, and Elon Musk also made payments to both.
On her
providing
behalf,
which
meaning
didn't
she
come
did
to
not
the
pay.
pledge, but they helped those organizations. At the end of the day, she's made $1 million in pledges.
She
and
has
payments to
not.
them. But then
She
she
has
got sued
not.
here and hasn't been able to because she spent $6 million in attorney's fees.
Exactly,
That
the
is unrefuted.
attorney that
She
you
still
are,
intends
and you're
to
fucking
pay
horrible.
those
Don't tell
pledges,
people that,
honor those
Elaine.
pledges. And she said
This
that
is what you
throughout.
get for
And
6
I
mil?
listened from both the ACLU and from Children's Hospital. They haven't expired. She can pay them whenever she wants to.
She can pay them whenever she wants to. Let's see if that ever happens.
Now,
Elaine,
who would blame a woman for giving $1 million in charitable donations?
she
Who would do
what?
that? That sounds like
She was
psychological
pissed when
abuse.
Johnny Gabe was
Now,
trying to
Mr.
give her 7
Mandel
mil.
testified that
To
Johnny
the
Depp is not a
charity.
charitable person, and he hasn't written any big checks for him.
Look at Camille.
Mr. Depp got on the stand and says he does it anonymously. Anonymously. But
Camille's
Mr. Mandel
like,
would have been the one
"Bitch,
writing the
what?"
checks. He says that didn't happen.
She's in the background, like, looking at this woman like, are you really ruining your career in front of us? Like, and she is just like, this is fucking awful. And Johnny is just highly fucking amused and just does not take Elaine seriously at all. And Camille is like, I'm going to fucking destroy you. Oh, God. What else we got? In Amber's closing argument, Elaine told the jury they only sued for 100 mil to send a message. Oh my.
Look at what you've done to her. We're not
Hold
asking
up.
you. Now, Johnny Depp sued for $100 million or for $50 million.
Get it
And
together.
we sent a message back saying, fine, and we're going to sue for $100 million because look at what you've done to her.
You
We're not-
sued
we're
me,
not
so I'm gonna sue you for double. Does that not sound immature as fuck? Like, come on. Come on.
You to give $100 million. We're asking you.
The
to
way
just look
Camille
at the
is looking
damages in this
Elaine up
case
and down.
and just be fair and reasonable in whatever you determine by following the evidence and the instructions.
up.
But we do ask that you fully. and
She's over
fairly
here like, oh my
compensate
God, I cannot.
Amber for everything that she's been through, both in terms of reputation and emotional distress.
She did it to
Now,
herself.
Johnny Depp
She would
sued
not be under any emotional
$100
duress,
million or for
distress. She wouldn't be under nothing if she would have kept her mouth closed, but she couldn't. She wanted revenge. She was angry. She wanted Johnny to pay because Johnny was trying to move on from her and leave yet again. And she hated when he left. And she couldn't handle it. And she was stalking him, trying to say happy birthday. Probably trying to find out little details about him. She's never going to let him rest. When he starts dating and making movies and making moves, she's going to be watching all of that. All of that. So, you know what? Amber did this to herself. She has no one to blame but herself. I will say it till I'm blue in the face and I am black. Johnny Depp told her exactly what was going to happen. He told her she would not be able to fix her reputation. Like, he told her it was going to be bad. So why are you acting all shocked and surprised when we get down to the nitty gritty and we get here and want to complain about all the backlash and shit and trying to blame everybody but yourself for what is taking place? Yet your attorneys are sitting up there talking about some Johnny hasn't taken accountability for anything when he has literally taken accountability for his drug use, for his use of vulgar language and colorful words. At least he has admitted to things. Amber has sat up here and acted like she's a fucking saint. Which I think Ben said, oh, she's not a saint. Yes, she's been trying to act like she is. What are y'all talking about? Stop gaslighting the world. It's sick. It's sick. So let's see what this is.
When you see the actual damages, go down to the last paragraph, if you will.
Oh my God.
It says, Mr. Depp cannot recover damages for any harm that occurred after November 2, 2020. Do you all see that? So what Mr. Depp's team got up here and told you through Mr. Chu this morning has nothing to do with this case.
A lot of shit y'all have brought have nothing to do with this case. What?
It was filed June 2018, 6 months before the op-ed. The trial was July 2020. The process ended, according to Mr.
Why
March,
does Amber look so annoyed by Elaine?
November 2, 2020. And his damages stopped then. He can't get
She looks so fucking
damages.
irritated by
He can't
Elaine.
get his legacy back for his children. He can't get anything after that day from you.
It's
You
not
can't
about the
restore
money
his
anyway.
reputation. You can't give him
His
anything.
reputation has
They
been
didn't
restored,
tell you
honey.
that,
The world
but
has
the
seen the
court told you
truth.
that.
We know the
And
truth.
that's a very, very important
And Johnny's
thing.
looking there like,
He
yeah,
told his
sure.
story. He
It
had
has
his
never been about the money
opportunities.
for him.
He had his full opportunities to do all of that. And he came in here and lied to you and said he's here to get his reputation
Gaslighting,
back.
bitch. He came in here and lied to us. When did he lie? Please. Against all the fucking lies. Against all the lies. Oh my God.
Can't
This
see
is
any
rotten
injury there,
born.
so it must not have happened.
Duh.
She would actually painted on that bloody lip.
She
and
did.
Again, if we're talking about a hoax, the next
It
day
is a
she went
hoax.
on James Corden and they say, well, you can't see any injury there,
There's
so it must
nothing.
not have happened.
It didn't
She would
happen.
have to be the dumbest person in the world to say, I'm
She
going to
is.
an abuse hoax. But let's,
She's
let's
actually
do
not
it the
dumb.
day
She's
before
just mentally
I go on national
unwell.
television.
She's not
Let's do it
dumb.
the day
She's just
before.
fucking crazy.
But you heard Melanie Iglesias, her makeup
Two different
artist,
things.
testify in great detail. And I didn't
Some
even
of the
understand
smartest
half the
people
terms
are
about makeup that she was
cuckooed out.
using. But she testified in great detail about exactly what she did to cover up those bruises. The red lipstick that she put to cover up the busted lip. You heard the testimony of that from a neutral party. Who said
She told us
exactly
herself
what
about
she
the
did.
bruise
She
kit.
talked about how she looked at the color wheel
She said
to
it
neutralize the bruising.
herself. She didn't neutralize nothing. She
They
said she had a
claim
theater
it was
bruise
just an
kit.
accidental headbutt. Well, no accidental headbutt rips out hair.
That's not hair. That's like a literal
Oh, this
tuft
hurt
of
somebody
hair
with
she
a pocket
cut out
knife
of somebody
to cut this
else.
portion of the bed out to stage this. Well, I don't know if that's a pocket knife or not, but the only testimony in this
What
trial
is she
about a pocket knife
doing?
is Whitney Enriquez saying that Mr. Depp carried a pocket knife.
Pocket knife
in
you
his
used to
pocket
fuck the bed
every
up
day.
and didn't think about it when you were taking
We all
fake
know where
pictures.
That, if it is a pocket knife,
Stupid.
where that came from.
That you were dumb about, you dumb bitch. That's what happens when you try to do shit hastily. You don't plan shit out all the way. You ain't planning it out all the way.
I am an insane person and not so fair-headed after too much of the drink. Weed, pills, fine.
How fucking ironic. This is when the fucking Amber Alert went off in the goddamn courtroom in the middle of this case, y'all. I can't. The Amber Alert went off. Alert. Alert. It reminded me of Police for Amber because what the fuck? What are the odds? What are the odds?
My capacity is too large and I won't stop. Ugly and sad. Oh, how I love it.
Oh, God.
There appears to be an Amber Alert, but I think we're okay.
LOL, LOL, LOL.
People are getting it, I guess, on their phones. Go ahead and silence that.
Okay, Ryan.
Okay.
Can I keep going? Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Oh, Lord. Amber's like, yeah, great.
This is what I was getting to next. This, remember the testimony about Mr. Depp
We are
on his yacht on the island in the Bahamas in 2013 when Mr. Depp looked a little scary by the way his body fell into the water. And Lily Rose,
Alert for Amber. Alert for Amber. Come get this crazy bitch right now. I know she was so peeved. Oh no. Oh Lord. I can't. People were saying on Twitter, they were saying that the red flags are gonna be for the guys, and that Amber Alert, we're gonna use that for chicks. Like when you see a red flag for a girl, that's gonna be an Amber Alert. When it's a red flag for a guy, that's a red flag. Because this bitch, I can't. I cannot. Whew. Oh God. I want to see some more Camille. Too much Ben. Oh, we could do this Ben. We could do Ben Chu.
The ACLU ambassadorship and a major movie coming out. Ms. Heard was trading on her ACLU ambassadorship and a major movie coming out. Ms. Heard was trading on her accusations of abuse against Mr. Depp. Mm-hmm. She was reminding everyone
getting paid for
those
it.
allegations. She was once again taking
$33,000
on
for
the
speaking
role of her
events.
lifetime, the heroic survivor of vicious abuse,
All
or
fake.
to use her phrase, quote,
Fraud.
a public figure representing
Fucking
abuse.
fraud.
And she was once again casting Mr. Depp as the villain in her drama, the supposed perpetrator of that abuse. The ACLU
Right, and she is the true
and a
villain.
major
She
movie
has looked
coming
like a
out.
villain every
Ms.
day
Heard
she
was-
has come into the damn courtroom. Like, every time.
whom he spent 14 years together. Mr. Depp
Look at
dated
Chrissy.
major figures like Winona Ryder,
Right,
Kate Moss,
right.
and Vanessa Paradis,
Right.
with whom he spent 14 years
I'm glad
together,
his sister's there
and
the
with
last
whom
day.
They had
I love that.
their children. Before Amber Heard, ladies and gentlemen, no woman ever
Not
before
one.
Amber Heard ever claimed
Not
that
one,
Mr.
and
Depp
we had one
raised a
come up
hand
and
to her
speak.
in his 58 years. And no
That is
other
so
woman
boss.
since Miss Heard
Right.
made that false claim.
Only
Back
Miss
on
Heard, who has
December
had prior
27th,
instances her damn
2016,
self of abuse. She
has-
didn't
and
abuse
repeated
Tasia.
it in her December 2018
And watch her take it on Eve.
op-ed. Has any woman come forward since? This is Me Too without any Me Too. To the contrary, ladies and gentlemen, you heard Kate Moss 2 days
Right, Amber wants
ago
to be included, and
testify.
she is not included at
This
all.
is a
You are
woman
an
who has
outcast,
never
baby, on the outskirts.
testified in any
We are putting you out for the woods, in
A
the
very
woods for the
private
wolves
person.
to find you. Like, no,
Testified that
like,
Mr. Depp never
no,
accused her.
be raised
And
by the
that Ms.
wolves,
Heard
honey.
lied to you. And she lied to you
She
twice.
lied. Oh, she lied to us multiple times, Ben. Don't give her just twice. She lied multiple times. Okay, we get some Camille. Let's see what she's saying.
Mr. Depp dated major figures like Winona Ryder,
Why is that so
Kate Moss, and Vanessa Paradis.
What's happening? Okay. Let's see if it'll do it now.
He spent
Why is
14
it
Had is a mountain
Okay.
of unproven allegations.
Unproven.
Wild, over the top,
Wild.
and implausible.
Exactly. Completely
You can't pick
implausible.
and choose which of these wild allegations to believe and which ones to disregard.
Because it's all lies.
You either believe all of it or none of it.
Mm-hmm.
Either Mr. Depp sexually assaulted Miss Heard with a bottle in Australia,
Right.
or Miss Heard got up on that stand in front of all of you and made up that horrific tale.
And she did. I know
Either
it's
she's
hard
a
to
victim
believe,
of
but she
truly
did. She's that
horrific
crazy.
abuse, or she is a woman
She
who's
needs
willing
help.
to say absolutely anything.
Anything. Anything at all just to make
It
Johnny
is
look bad
disturbing
because
to
she
think
wanted
that Miss Heard would
revenge.
make up the horrific
It's very
tales of abuse
disturbing.
that she
I'm
testified
disturbed.
to
This
in
is
the
a
courtroom.
disturbed woman we're talking
But
about.
this case doesn't come down to whether you believe Miss Heard or you believe Mr. Depp. This case comes down to whether you believe Miss Heard or you believe Mr. Depp, Christy Dombrowski,
Right.
Sean Bett,
Name them.
Malcolm Connolly,
Name them, Camille.
Charles McGivern,
Get it.
Starling Jenkins,
Right.
Keenan Wyatt,
Get it.
Dr. Kipper,
Look at Johnny.
nurses Debbie Lloyd,
Right.
and Aaron Filati,
Right.
Tara Roberts,
Yes.
Ben King,
Name them all.
Kate James,
Yes.
Kate Moss,
Kate Moss.
Dr. Colbert,
Dr. Colbert.
Morgan Knight,
Morgan.
Morgan Tremaine,
Right.
Officers Melissa Sines,
Law
Officer
officers.
Tyler Haddon,
Right.
Officer William
Name them
Gatlin,
all. Keep going,
and
Camille.
Beverly Leonard.
Get it.
What
And
Miss
who
Heard
does
testified
Amber
to in
have?
this courtroom
Whitney.
is the story of far too many
Please.
women. But the overwhelming evidence, weight of that evidence, shows that it's not her story. It's not Miss Heard's story.
It's not. It's not her story. She takes
It
stories
was an
from
act of
everybody else and
profound
tries to make it her own.
Not just to Mr. Depp, but to true survivors of domestic abuse. For Miss Heard to hold herself out as a public figure
Right.
representing domestic abuse. It was false,
False.
it was defamatory,
Defamatory.
and it caused irreparable harm.
Right, he got kids. Thank you, Camille. He got kids. Irreparable. Shit. Exactly. I want to do this one. She don't want to admit to doing not a goddamn thing
With drugs
wrong.
and alcohol. Miss Heard will, unlike Mr. Depp, who you heard admit to and own up to his past mistakes and
Right.
his struggles, particularly with drugs and alcohol. Miss Heard will not admit that she has ever done anything wrong.
Exactly. She wanted to tell y'all she ain't never done coke up that nose. She don't do it no more. She don't do coke no more. Or didn't at the time when all that stuff was going on. She didn't do coke. Please. Weren't you yelling about the coke being hidden from you in the audio? You wanted the coke. Everybody was on drugs. Because ultimately, at a certain point, you get so rich, it's like, what else is there? Nothing. Like, what excites a rich person who can have any and everything? Of course, you want to take mind-altering drugs to take you into another fucking dimension or whatever, so you can experience something even more than the opulence and stuff that you already have around you, because you have everything you could ever want or need. Everybody was doing drugs. Johnny was doing drugs. He was drinking. He admitted that. But what do you admit, Amber? You think you're a fucking saint.
She cannot deny what you heard on those recordings.
Right.
As much
Even
as
though
Miss Heard and
she's
her lawyers
tried.
have tried to make this case about Mr. Depp's language, it is Miss Heard that repeatedly admits to violence.
Exactly.
By April
Repeatedly.
and May of 2016,
They want to sit up there and talk about
Mr.
some
Depp
text
had reached
messages.
his limit. His mother was dying. His finances were a mess. And when he showed up late to Miss Heard's 30th birthday party, because a meeting with
She
his new
lost
business
her
manager,
fucking mind.
Edward White, had gone late, Miss Heard, of course, was not understanding. She was furious. You heard from Mr. Depp, both in this courtroom and on
She
audio
flipped the
recordings,
fuck out.
that Miss Heard punched him that evening.
Punched him.
He left with Travis McGivern, and the next morning he learned that someone had left feces on his bed.
Just low down and dirty.
Ms. Heard
Just
denies
a
responsibility,
nasty. Just
but she admitted to the
nasty.
prank to Starling Jenkins. You heard him testify.
She admitted
that
to
effect.
it.
For almost a month
But that's
after
right.
that, they
He's a
didn't see each
liar.
other.
Just like
And you
everybody
heard from
Johnny
Mr.
has
Depp
brought up.
that when
Kate
his
Moss a
mother
liar
died
too.
on May
She wasn't
20th,
there. She didn't
2016,
experience it. Don't
he
listen to
resolved to
her.
leave
She's
Ms. Heard.
lying.
He was done.
Okay.
And when Ms. Heard learned that Mr. Depp was done, that she was really losing him,
Right.
she went on the attack.
Right.
She
She
filed
couldn't
for
handle
divorce
it.
before Mr. Depp
Before
could.
him.
Then,
To get
as you
ahead
heard
of
from
it,
Mr. Depp's divorce lawyer, Laura
then
Wasser,
requested a whole bunch of
Ms. Heard
fucking
sent a letter
nonsense
demanding
of
financial
blackmail.
support. And when her demands
But
weren't
it's
met,
not about the money.
Ms. Heard struck a blow against Mr. Depp
Mm-hmm.
that was more damaging than any physical blow she had ever landed.
Because she's a vindictive
when she walked
bitch.
into court 6 years ago today, on May 27th,
Literally 6 years ago
2016,
today.
to get a domestic violence restraining order against Mr. Depp. She did so in front of paparazzi,
Right.
with a mark on her
Purposefully.
face.
Displayed
evidence
to the
presented
camera.
at this
It was a
trial
deal.
demonstrates that Ms. Heard didn't just want a divorce. She wanted to ruin him.
Malice. Malice. She wanted to ruin him. Ooh, deeply troubled. Yes, I definitely want to hear this.
Desperate for attention and approval. And one of those promises we made was that you would come to understand who Ms. Heard is.
Yep,
That she's
crazy
a deeply
bitch. I got
troubled
it.
person,
She is troubled. She
violently
need
afraid
help.
of abandonment,
Absolutely.
desperate for attention and approval.
Desperate,
And in her
histrionic.
relationship with Mr.
Want
Depp,
all the attention
she
on
was
her.
violent. She was
The attention's on you now,
abusive. She was
girl.
cruel.
Enjoy it.
You heard from
Enjoy
Dr.
your
Shane
15
Curry,
minutes,
who explained that
'cause
Ms. Heard suffers from borderline
there was nothing
personality
after
disorder
this for
and
you.
histrionic personality disorder.
Histrionic.
These are
Thank
disorders
you.
that are characterized by anger,
Right.
sometimes uncontrollable and explosive anger, and a
Australia.
powerful, sometimes desperate need for attention,
Desperate.
acceptance, and approval.
Don't leave me.
Fear of
Don't leave
abandonment is
me.
the
You always
deepest
split at the
fear.
top of a
A
head.
person with these disorders will suffer from dramatically fluctuating moods and can sometimes be violent and aggressive.
Violent and
They can also
aggressive.
be charming and likable,
Mm-hmm.
but they can be incredibly manipulative and wild.
He
An emotional
just
roller coaster
describe
with
her
wild
to a
swings,
T, Camille.
from idolizing her
Please
partner
read her for
to
filth
devaluing
up and
him.
down.
In fact, you saw that
We did.
when she completed testing with her own forensic psychology expert, Dr. Dawn Hughes. Ms. Heard self-reported that she felt like she had 3 or 4 different personalities,
Right.
and that sometimes her temper would explode and she'd completely
Explode.
lose control.
Because she's
You heard from multiple
crazy.
witnesses that Ms. Heard can be very pleasant, even charming. But you also heard from multiple witnesses and in
Narcissist.
audio recordings of Ms. Heard that she can be incredibly aggressive, violent, and cruel.
She's most definitely cruel. This is the cruelest woman. She is so cruel because she went out of her way to do these things. Like, it did not have to be like this. It just did not. It didn't have to be this way. What's this?
To get a no-notice ex-parte restraining order against Mr. Depp. And in doing so, ruined his life
Ruined it.
by falsely telling the world that she was a survivor of domestic abuse at the hands of Mr. Depp.
Sick.
Today, on May 27th,
Yes.
2022,
2022.
exactly 6 years later, we ask you to give Mr. Depp his life back
Yes.
by telling the world
Yes.
that Mr. Depp is not the abuser
Please.
Ms. Heard said he is, and hold
God
Ms.
damn,
Heard accountable
please.
for her lies. On May
Please,
27th,
I hope there's not a whole bunch of whack
2016,
jobs.
Ms. Heard walked
I
into
did
a court.
see a tweet that it's 5 men and 2 women. So I don't know what the odds are there. I heard that sometimes guys kind of side with men side with men. But who knows? Maybe that's good for us because they could imagine themselves in a situation like this and be like, damn, I'd be fucked. And have sympathy and given all the really, 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 I mean, just overwhelming evidence. It's so fucking clear. It's so clear. Ugh. So yeah, you guys. That's it. The trial is over. I want to know how you guys feel. Sorry. I want to know how you guys feel. Are you nervous too? Are you chilling? You're not concerned at all? Like, what do you think the outcome is going to be? I'm like, I don't know. I really feel like it could go either way. But I do know that publicly he's vindicated. Like, I don't feel like we have to worry about that. I feel like he's going to be getting calls. He's going to be getting deals. I think it's going to be all right. And Johnny's going to be able to get his life back. And hopefully he has hopped on a plane to go see his daughter and be with her tonight, wherever she may be, to enjoy. Hopefully she's somewhere like close by, to enjoy his birthday. I mean, her birthday with him. Especially on a day like today. Can you imagine like Johnny coming into his daughter after all this shit and it's her birthday and him just coming in and she's just like, Daddy, like I can just imagine that moment being so precious and intense and just overwhelming of emotions. Just an overwhelming. Oh my God. That's crazy. I wish them well. And I think, Amber's gonna go home tonight, and she's gonna go home to Eve and the baby, and she's gonna get online, and she's gonna be online all night, just seeing what everybody has to say about her. She's fucking obsessed. She's obsessed. She loves the attention. She only cares about what people think about her. Which is why she just could not let this go, because people were saying in the press that she's a gold digger, and oh my God, and she did all this to try to recover her fucking reputation, and now she shot it to fucking hell. So she's gonna be online all night. She's gonna have to take an Ambien or two tonight for sure, because the verdict may come tonight. Who knows if they're still deliberating, if they went home. Like, I don't know if I can see something on that. Make her nervous. Make her wait. Stress her out a little bit, even more. She deserves it. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry. She just deserves it. Yeah, I don't see anything online about the jury or anything. Yep. And then I was seeing some drama with like the DUI guy and like legal bites, and because when that moment happened on TMZ, when the TMZ guy was up there and he was basically saying Elaine wanted her 15 minutes of fame, and I think Ian, it was the DUI guy, one of the two, from what I can gather, I've been seeing on Twitter. They were sitting like behind Amber's team or whatever, kind of like behind Elaine, and you can see them go like, but that was everybody's expression, right? Because that was like a mic drop moment. It was like, oh my God, did he really just say that? I mean, like, truth, T, like, it is TMZ. So everybody kind of had that like, blah, like, blah, 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 like, what the fuck? Even the lawyers were laughing and shit. Everyone was shocked. So then on Legal Bites, I forget the girl's name. It begins with an A, I believe. Yes, I watch her sometimes. Her, Law and Lumber, and I think Hogue Law, they were on there, and she started off talking about how she sent them out there. And I'm paraphrasing. She said we sent them out there. And, basically there's decorum in the courtroom, and doing that could have like affected things and this and another, blah, 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 blah. So, and then basically she sent him a DM saying that I'm not going to have you on the stream today because of this. Like putting him in timeout kind of. So they felt that was like condescending. And so they were tweeting about it and stuff like that. I'm like, oh damn. Like, and I guess he had an issue with the fact of her saying like she sent them out there like she's their boss or something, which I could kind of see that, but I'm just like, you guys, this is what I'm talking about. Like, why does like every YouTube community end up having some fucking drama? And then I just saw on Twitter not too long ago, James in court, he's been in the courtroom, he was clapping off at Laura B, and I was like, what is going on there? So like, y'all, it really, I mean, if I'm being real, like I tune into the drama. I love trash TV. I love reality TV. Like, I like tea. So instantly I'm like, ooh, what's going on? Who's saying what? Da 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 da. I'm like trying to figure it out. So that does interest me. But in the grand scheme of things, this is what Amber would want for like these two, I guess, creators to be going against each other, when ultimately we all were here for the same cause of supporting Johnny, because this bitch is fucking crazy and has sat up here and lied. So I hate to see things get messy and dirty like that, although it does interest me. And then like I do also think, because I mean, like, even myself, like I'm not making anything off of this. Like, it's just, I don't even know if I should say that. It's just like sometimes I see things and I've listened to a little bit of certain streams and I'm just like, oh, okay, like that's interesting. But yeah, like I do have ads on now. I guess you guys have noticed, but like I don't even really know how to like work that shit. And I don't even know after this if I'm gonna still be doing this, quite honestly. I've been doing this because I truly feel like this was fucked up. It was fucked up. I have ideas, I have thoughts, I'm kind of fucking weird, so I don't know if people will relate on that end. So like, I don't know, we'll see. But definitely watching out for the verdict. Definitely gonna do a video about that. Definitely. Either way, we'll have a celebration, or it'll be me like sitting here drinking a full bottle of wine and then passing out. I don't know, but we'll just have to see, you know. Everything will be what it will be. I truly believe that. And I hope Johnny gets to be with his daughter tonight, his family, his loved ones, his everything, people who are close to him. His sister, you know, is obviously there. He's going to go and he's going to have a great support system. He has people around him who love him and who support him and care for him, or who are willing to come out here and tell the truth to us. And I think it's wonderful. And I think Amber should be ashamed of herself. She should be absolutely ashamed of herself. But the thing is, she's not. And that's what's so crazy. But yeah, that's it for today, you guys. I hope that you guys have a lovely, lovely evening. We don't know when this verdict is going to drop, so that's kind of exciting. Just, you know, waiting and watching around for that. The anxiety, anticipation of it all. But I'll be back at some point, and I'll see you guys then, and we'll chat soon. Bye. Think about liking, think about subscribing. If not, I completely understand, and bye.